How's it going, Rocketeers? Welcome to another episode of I Am a Rocketeer, where we feature the lives of our amazing Rocketeers. We are here in Bulacan, actually, for two things. One is for yet another meet and greet event with our Bulacanyo Rocketeers. But for today, right at this moment, I am going to meet a personal friend of mine who actually lives here in Bulacan to basically tell us about her life story. So let's go ahead and meet Miss Rima Santos. Let's go. Today with me is a Rocketeer named Rima. Rima, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself real quick?
Hey, what's up, Neme?
Smell.
So yes, I'm Rima. I'm one of the Pros Development Managers of Rocket Station.
All right, so I'm not gonna lie and pretend like I don't know you, but I will start off by asking you, can you tell us a little bit about how you got to Rocket Station?
I started as a call center agent in Makati, and then I transferred to an in-house gaming company where I met you. And I got promoted as a trainer and then to a training developer. You asked me if I want to apply as a trainer for this new company. And I said yes. Unfortunately, I didn't get the part, but you asked me if I want to spearhead the training development team in Rocket Station. I said yes and never looked back.
Absolutely. Well, I can still remember that like it was yesterday, honestly.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that I can basically turn this conversation to. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to actually explain you as a person. But I guess let's start off with, what is it about development or training development that got you interested into just really, expanding your knowledge and your experience here within Rocket Station?
That's really a good question. So,
I know, right?
yeah. So I'm a graduate of mass comm, major in journalism. I love creating scripts, doing production. Mainly, I'm the one behind the camera because, I'm an introvert. And when the training development side of things started on our past work, I said that this is really interesting because it's like you're training, but you're not the one who's training. You're just creating a course or a development course for other people, without the effort of talking in public, because I'm not really good at public speaking.
So you were able to figure out a way where you can utilize your talents, your passion, without, expanding on your fear of being in front of people.
Exactly, because we both know that we both love to learn new things. And in order for us to learn new things, or in order for us to help people learn new things, we need to, be with this kind of software or new learning technique where you need to create your own courses online without the effort of public speaking, as well as, creating new things to help our Rocketeers grow and improve.
That's amazing. And, looking back to our experience as training developers back then, I can still clearly remember some of your challenges. I remember specifically one of the things that we wanted to actually utilize back then was create reports through Excel.
Yes.
And then what's funny is I can still even remember you crying your heart out because you didn't want to utilize Excel.
Yes.
Now, the reason why I'm bringing it up, Rima, is because I want you to be able to share what is it that you actually did back then to overcome that fear.
As you know, I have a love and hate relationship with Excel. And yes, you're correct, I was crying back then. But one of the reasons why I don't like Excel is because I was afraid that I might do something wrong. And I've learned something that when you're afraid of something, you have just do it afraid. Because,
do it afraid. I like
exactly. Do it afraid. And it's a form of, like an affirmation where you need to conquer your own fears, because if you can't conquer your own fears, how will you learn, right? So it gave me like a new perspective where, it can help me track some stuff like, data, analytics, and, tracking the performance of my people in the cross development team.
And I'm glad you said that because, you know, the reason why I really brought that up is I wanted to showcase the growth that you've had from the time from the time that we were both sitting on our desks creating training materials to the time that you are managing people. A lot of those growth that I'm referring to basically happened when you moved to Rocket Station.
Exactly.
Like I can clearly remember still you're one of the people who said, like, I don't really want to manage people.
Right.
But here you are. How many people are you managing?
Right now I'm managing 12 people.
12 people. These are 12 creative and also at the same time I'd say very analytical people because of the process development side of things.
They're very process-driven people. And what I like about managing different types of people is that you got to have that opportunity to share your learnings to them because, you know, you're now in this position where you've learned so much. The next step that you need to do is to pass it forward and share it to other people, what you've known of. And be open as well to new horizons, meaning you have to be open to new suggestions from your teammates where you think that it will be beneficial for your team as well.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Let's also now just talk about how Rocket Station in general helped you as a person. What are the things that you were able to achieve recently?
Well, first and foremost, I just moved to my new house months ago.
Okay.
I call it my empire because I did it all by my own. So yes.
Are you listening to Celine Dion as you're like doing stuff there all by myself? Is it Celine Dion? Yeah.
Yes, all by myself. Yes. Aside from that, I guess it's more on personal and team growth. Because, you know, me having this growth as from, you know, a training developer to a manager, yes, it has its perks. It's a humbling experience, but it's different when you're a manager and you see your teammates flourish and grow to their potential, you know, grow to their dream jobs, dream positions, and, you know, from the fact that you were part of that growth. So that's why I always believe in intentional leadership.
And I think ultimately what I love that you mentioned there is that it's the journey.
Right.
It's not really the actual end point. It's the journey that we're all going through that makes everything worth it. I guess we can wrap it up with you saying let's give two messages if you may. A message to our existing Rocketeers and a message to people who are looking to become a part of this amazing community.
All I can say is just trust the process because right now we're future-proofing your future, guys. And for those who are not part of Rocket Station, I hope you give it a shot to join our team because the culture is different here, you know. In working days, you know, our daily working days, we feel like, you know, we just talk to each other remotely through a video call. But whenever we have events like this, it feels like we've been talking to each other every day in person. So I'm not bragging or anything, but I'm one of the living proof that
yes, you are.
You know, Rocket Station has this great culture and great people. So join us.